Hi, we're at the International Home and Houseware Show today in the Gorham booth in the South Hall with a familiar face, Chef Emeril Lagasse. Chef, how you doing today?
Greg, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate that.
It is our pleasure. We're here with the chef today. Little different topic. He's done a lot of cookware, done a lot of small electrics. We're here talking about dinnerware. Chef, give me a sense, as you enter the tableware market, what you were looking to bring to the consumer in terms of style and design of the tableware.
Well, obviously it's all about the plate, and it's all about what's on the table. So whether it's, flatware or glassware, or whether it's about plateware, and it goes back even to the restaurant. I mean, it's very, very important as the palette of what we're creating on. So my relationship goes back very, very long with these guys, and we put our brains together and decided to launch not one, not two, but three different styles, three different ways, if you will. We're in bone, we're in porcelain, and we're also have a lot of variety. And as you can see, I mean, basically, if you look at it, it's the palate that's empty, and now what goes on there is really what's going to be the feast of the eyes and hopefully the mouth and the stomach. So we're really, really excited. This is it all has a little bit of New Orleans touches to it. Of course, starting with the names. This happens to be the St. Charles series. This is the Domaine series down here. The porcelain set is a lot of oven to table. Which is very important. When we designed this, it wasn't anything about just putting my name on anything. It was like from the design right from the start. And they have done an amazing job. They've been doing it a long time. They're actually absolutely pros at what they do. And they get me. They understand me. They know me. And so it's a perfect relationship. I think for people at home, they ought to have a choice. And what we're doing is we're giving them a choice. We're giving them a choice in various types of price levels that they can decide what they want to bring home. But it's so important to have not only the feel, not only the look, but also, you can't see it right now, but also the smell.
Right. As a chef, you're trained to focus on the food and make the food the star of the plate.
Yeah.
As Gorham wants to sell the plate and catch the consumer's eye in the store, there's no food on the plate in the store. How do you balance that when you work with these guys?
Well, I think that I look at it as a palette. If I was making a picture, if I had a blank piece of paper, I look at the plate being the same way. We want something to be a part of the atmosphere, so it's not just going to be just plain old. And then we let expressions also, as an example with this here, whether it's the chef hat, whether it's some of the titles that we have, expressions. Then it can be just as very, very simple and neutral colors as well. Or like I said, the porcelain, which is a lot more versatile, because the oven to table factor is important to me. And I look at it, whether I look at a cup to drink coffee out of, or whether I look at a bowl for soup, or whether I look at a plate or a salad plate. I look at it as a neutral balance at first, and then I visualize what is going to go on there. And I guess maybe that's why I stay a lot towards a white base. I'm very partial to that. But at the same time, I also want to throw some color in, so that if people want to do that and want to have that, they can do that as well.
Right. You mentioned obviously the New Orleans inspiration here. Anything from your restaurants that you transitioned over into the designs here?
Actually, a lot of the designs, are inspirations from the restaurants. And also, a lot of the designs will be in the restaurant, so it's important to me as well that, what they say, talk is cheap, right? But if you really do it and really get in there. So in my restaurants, my chefs love this stuff. When I open up this box and say, "Hey guys, look at all this stuff," they're crazy about it. Right. So it's really exciting, and then it excites the customer.
Mm-hmm. One thing, a little away from the dinnerware for a second, and you've obviously done cookware lines for a long time and electrics. You've been really focused on sustainability and the green cooking line. Give me a sense of where you see that trend going today with consumers as well as the marketplace as a whole.
I don't think it's a trend anymore, Greg. I really don't. I really think that it's a way of life, and I think that we all have to get a little greener. I think that we all have to be a little more friendly to the environment and to the planet. For it to be here for our kids and grandkids and great-grandkids. So sustainability is very important, whether it's with fish or whether it's with birds, and so is vegetables. But you know, the whole recycling thing is very, very important as well. It's like I said, I mean, you have to take care of the environment. One of my pet peeves is really about the ocean. I happen to be an avid fisherman, and to see the junk that people are damaging our oceans with and our waterways with is terrible. We cannot think that it's a cesspool. It really is a way of our life, and if we want it to be here, we have to take care of it. And so, for me, I no longer think it's a trend. I never thought it was a trend. I mean, I've been pretty green for a long time, and I think that it all comes back to the soil. It's very, very important in our way of life.
Right. Well, great. Chef Emeril Lagasse, we thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thanks for being